Hey guys, it's Phoenix. Samuel Brown, among many other viewers of mine, requested that I make air have a texture. This has been requested for a while actually. This is something that's not actually new. I've seen this a lot. And I wanted to give it a shot. I know that air doesn't actually have a model associated to it, so you can't actually give it a texture. There is one thing that air can have, and that is gravity. So I've already shown you this in a previous video where I gave every block, practically every block in Minecraft, a bit of gravity, so everything just started falling to pieces. So I'm going to go into this world and I'll explain my thought process along the way. You can see already that air has decided to become squarish. It has a quadrilateral effect now. And quickly the particle number will soar to 16,384, which is actually the maximum. Sometimes it goes above that. So you can see now we have a visible plane. No matter how far I fly up, you will see a line form ahead of me. The air blocks obviously has a plane. It's one stacked above the other, one layer stacked above the other. So ordinarily you wouldn't see this, but because I've given it some visual, you will be able to see this the air blocks now. So there are actually air blocks above. This is them visualized, sometimes now visible. And of course they will disappear because I'm outside their range because I've given them particles. So my thought process is basically as follows. I knew that they would have falling dust because that is the only way you can see sand with air underneath. And that's exactly what is going on. There is air below every air block. And so because they have this falling particle, I managed to manipulate them with a texture. I gave it a square. And because in the code, they will always be black if they don't have a block associated to it. I edited that too. I also edited the fact that they will never disappear unless you're too far away from them. I also edited their color. I also edited their motion so that you can see if I stand just still, they will flood my screen. Over time, you won't be able to see anything. So you just have a yellow screen. But of course, sometimes the particles will disappear. I'm going to float just down with a little bit. You can see the line right there. That is air, right? You can finally see air in Minecraft. So they will flood your screen. You can see that they will never fall because falling dust normally falls, but now it's just staying still and they will not disappear until it reaches the maximum, maximum number of particles. They'll despawn and some others will take their place. So essentially you have this really cool linear boundary and everything's colored yellow. I can color anything I want. It is fairly iridescent, as you can see, and the effect is enhanced if it's at nighttime. It's almost like it's fireflies, but they don't have any light, so it will just be this really dull, moldy color that you don't really want to take a look at for too long. I filled this area with air, so normally this was just your normal sandy biome, so your desert, but if you look down, you can see it is now flooding the area. It's actually really interesting that if you're in water as well, it's almost like it's cereal, right? So here you have it. So if I fill another area with air, you would normally just have this really nice light, just basically fill the empty space, the empty void. Here is what it looks like if you're in the nether. So it will slowly inundate the tunnel with this really strange dust particle. It's actually just air now. You can see the airspace fill up with this. So if you head outside to where you can have an open, spacious area right here, the particles will also take up this space. And over time, if you fly away, they will follow you. So that's exactly what the effect is like. You can see them coming out from over there because that's where I came out from. That's where I emerged in spectator mode. But otherwise, you don't want to stand still for too long because you can't see anything. So this is a challenge, but it's just going to get annoying really quickly. That's what I think. Finally, let me go to the end. And it's very much the same stuff. You can see that this was there to begin with. I was here before, actually. I just wanted to see what it would look like, but nothing too different. The contrast is pretty much the same, but if it's at nighttime, you've got a bit of light, it does look a little bit cooler. Because there is no luminance here, but you can just you can take a look at it when you're in the overworld. Give yourself some night vision, or give yourself like a strange, the Optifine dynamic lighting. Hold a block, and you will see it in all in action. So this is really just falling dust particles visualized to give you an idea of what air would look like. But of course, as you might imagine, it's just unplayable because you don't want to have this thing follow you. It's like its own little villain, super villain. Just fulfilling your request, your bucket list for things that you'd like me to try and do in Minecraft. This is one of the more difficult ones. It's not exactly an air texture, but it is in practice the same thing. And otherwise, if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. This is one of my more interesting ones because I didn't actually think this is possible. But I had to think a little bit to see what I could actually pull off, and this is the best I can probably do because air doesn't have its own model. So thank you all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe for more creative content. And now I can't see anything. Take care.